wah, wah. Okay. The game disappeared, but I'll fix that in a minute. Anyway. Oh, yeah, I forgot to bring the chat up. What's up, people? It is your boy, Dark. We are here. We are alive, and we're doing coffee talk. Let me just check the audio. Bounce that out a little bit more. Here we go. Okay. A little quiet? Eh. I am speaking low right now. Let me play around with some stuff here, though. Wow. Oh, shit. Okay. How does that sound? That might be a little too much. I do have more gain I could fucking do on this. That might be a little much. We turn that down a little bit, given I'm in the fucking red parts. Alright. Okay, and now we'll bring the thing back up. This is one of those every time you get out of the tab, the music shuts off, so you can't tell if the audio's good or not until after you fucking do it. Okay. So... Yes, there you go. In the headlines I saw, it says leftists are shitting themselves. I'm kidding. All a bunch of fun, though. Internet's exploding as it usually is. Lots of things getting done. The world keeps moving on. That's all it really is. People make a big deal out of things that turn out to be nothing, as usual. Whatever. The world keeps turning either way. Okay, let me see how this audio is compared to that. You sure it wasn't just YouTube being YouTube? Or Disney being Disney? Ah. Alright, let's see here. A nuclear strike on me. Have you been colluding with terrorists on attack? I told you dealing with those Somali pirates wasn't a good idea. Or the Houthis? Let's see. This is the new day. I think the last day was we had a talk with what's-her-name's dad. Just stole his attention. Nah, I don't think he's not that narcissistic. Unlike what people make you think Unlike what people think, he's not that bad. Though, if you're a drug cartel member, you're kind of fucked. Because he did sign an order declaring all drug cartels, at least the ones in Mexico, as terrorists now, so... They're gonna get bombed. Are you sure that would be okay? Yes! I mean, it would be really hard to pull off. I love how the day is immediately just Freya doing what I was speaking, whatever the fuck her idea is. I guess it's related to the book. Ah, yeah, okay. Nah, Fortnite's coming back, and I think they're bringing King of the Hill. Did you hear that shit too? Like immediately after the election, King of the Hill is coming to fucking Fortnite. Everyone's just like, what? It's something that'll make the story different. Different isn't always good. Oh, fuck you, scripted me. Different sometimes is fine. That's variety, as long as you do it right. It's a neat concept, but you need to handle it carefully and gracefully. I know. I know. Oh, hello, werewolf man. Hey, Gala. Good evening, everyone. Welcome, Mr. Gala. Am I interrupting? It looked like you two were having an intense discussion. It's nothing. Dark was just giving me feedback. It's for the book I'm writing. Oh yeah, right, when I went unrelented and fucking critiqued the shit out of your rough draft. Sounds like a heavy discussion. What are you up to tonight? I'm just planning to sit and relax. Please don't let my presence interrupt you. No, don't worry about it. Alright. Although I need to interrupt Dark for a moment. Sure, how can I help you? Can I have a cup of... You remember my remedy? Of course. You want to give it a try again? My last order didn't quite hit the spot. Remember, it's tea, ginger... The last thing is definitely a different ingredient from either of those. Alright. Remember, it has tea and ginger. Tea... Ginger. Oh, wait. Hold on. Reset. I forgot green tea and tea are different. Ah. Something different. Tea, ginger, and what the fuck could it be? We got Mitt now. To cure his furies. I gotta think about this. What could be something completely different than tea and ginger, huh? I think I tried lemon the last time. I really gotta think about this, because I'm like... We have... really gotta think about this, because I think I tried honey. I think I tried lemon. We do have mint this time, but what the fuck? You know what? I'm gonna try something. Ginger tea milk. Actually, hold on a sec. Let me try something. Now, if I were to do this, and this, would it be different? It is different. Now we got a werewolf-looking thing here. Galahad, huh? Oh, look at that. A drink based off of the, fucking... What do you call it? One of the Knights of the Round Table. Let's try it. Judging from the smell, this looks right. How would you know? Indeed. Oh, there you go. We found it. I had the same feeling. I made note of that mixture. Perfect. Anyway, please don't mind me and continue with your discussion. Don't worry, Mr. Gala. We're done talking for the night. Oh, what the fuck? Good to calm yet warm your nerves. Ginger chelate, huh? And let's see. Oh, he is a veteran. Imagine being a werewolf soldier. Actually, I think I remember an animation like that, where they had, like, werewolves in the U.S. Army, and they were using them as shock troopers to fight terrorists in the Middle East. And then they had to fight a werewolf that was on the terrorist sides. That was a crazy fucking entire series of, like, single-story animations, though. Forgot what the fuck it was called, though, but that was interesting shit. We're done talking for the night. You're done. I have a lot of new homework thanks to you. You're welcome. Is Hyde coming? No, I'm by myself tonight. It's gonna be a peaceful night then. That's mean, Freya. Oh, come on, I was just joking. He needs to learn how to communicate his thoughts nicely, though. He might not look like it. But he's a very kind person, you know. He doesn't show it, that's for sure. Hey, sometimes you need to be blunt to be kind, my fucking girl. That applies to you as well. Aw, come on! Who's it this time? Oh, Elf Boy! Oh shit, you're alive! Bailey's is here! Ha! Good evening, everyone. Welcome, Mr. Bailey's. Heya! How are you doing, Freya? Not good. What's going on? Dark was just criticizing my story. It's called feedback. It's cruel. It's necessary. Sounds interesting. What's the problem with the story? The story is non-linear and quite complicated. Imagine choosing your own adventure storybook, but for adults. Sounds pretty common so far. But instead of telling you which page to turn to, each decision you make will give you a score. What? The score will determine which page you should go to. Sounds more like a video game than a book. I know. It's not that original. But my target here is the mainstream audience. Huh? With the help of my publisher, this kind of book may go mainstream. Just like that Choose Your Own Adventure show on Netstream. Yeah, it seems to be just weather delayed. It was nothing new, but because of the marketing and the names involved, it reached the mainstream market. That sounds interesting. And highly ambitious, Freya. It's at least simpler than my other idea, which is making the novel not in the form of a book. How the fuck would you do that? But in the form of story cards. That sounds like fucking Cards Against Humanity. What? I know, right? As if she had all the time in the world. And that's before even considering the sensitive issue of setting the story in a world where only humans exist. What did you say? No, there's no reason why it has to be that way. Just wait until I finished it, okay? Alright. As Dark said, though, I wouldn't have the time. Getting a normal pitch approved is already a steep climb. Let's not make the mountain even higher. Fair enough. What's the story all about, by the way? You'll have to wait for it. Don't want to spoil the fun. If you say so. Anyway, I haven't ordered anything. What do you want to drink tonight? Ginger latte, if you know how to make it. Ginger latte, huh? Do I know how to make it? Let's go with a regular latte. Coffee, milk, and ginger. Let's see if that makes the thing. Milk, ginger, coffee. No, we don't want that. Ginger latte. Let's try in that direction then. Haha! I figured it out. Here you go. Thanks. Damn! This is good. With this kind of drink-making skill, I wonder why your place isn't any bigger. What we have now is more than enough for me. But thank you for the compliment, I do appreciate it. Warm energy boost, perfect for cold evenings. Oh damn, we could use a few of that right now. Alright, what did we unlock with Bailey's? Favorite things, punk. Punk music, huh? Been listening to Pumpkin Spice since I was a wee lad. That's funny, seeing the fucking wee lad. Escaping bloodlines, experiencing life one color at a time. One day I'll have my own solo exhibition. Whatever floats your boat, I guess. By the way, how are you doing, Bailey's? Still busy with your last client? Oh, I'm done with her. Done? As in you're dropping the project? Hey, I'm not crazy. I still need the money. Done, as in I finished the job. I spent the last few days making sure. It's even done before the deadline. Did she like it? Oh, she loved it. She had some complaints, of course, but I convinced her by using some design terms she didn't understand. So you finished your job by bullshitting her? The finest bullshit, my lady. That's one survival skill every freelancer must have. Are you working on anything right now? No. I'm taking a break from work. I need to work on a few personal matters. Oh. Like you and Luva? Something like that. By the way, I'm curious. How did you guys meet? If you don't mind me asking. I don't mind. It's just that I was young and stupid, you know? Oh, come on. Who hasn't been there? You're right. So, I was a bit of a player back in college. Ooh, spicy. I was going after my then best friend's girlfriend's friend. Wait, what? Okay, I'll say it slowly. I used to have a best friend. He was an incubus. Okay. Let's call him Krugnark. Krugnark had a girlfriend. Still following. And that girl had a friend. The friend is the one I'm after. Oh, okay. Got it. What, you really need... I fucking paid it. I understood what the hell that was. My best friend's girlfriend's friend. I mean, I guess if you hear it too fast, it could fucking confuse you. But still, come on, Freya. She was one of the hottest girls there is. She was one of the hottest girls there, but everyone knew she wasn't the type of girl you want to date. Why? It's... Oh, I don't want to get into the details. But this succubus was super hot. And all the guys wanted to sleep with her. She was a player, too. Huh? That doesn't sound like Luva at all. Because it wasn't Luva, genius. Huh? Luva was my friend's girl. Holy moly! This is getting spicier. The other girl's name was... Let's just call her Rose. Continue. I think Luva... I knew Luva thanks to her relationship with Krugnak. It's a fake name you made up, right? Yes. Now, will you let me continue without interruptions? Okay. So I asked Luva a lot of things about Rose. She knew what I was after. I'd annoyed her so much. But I kept on bothering her. I mean, I was pretty. I was a pretty active guy back then. So Luva came over to visit us at one point. I lived with Krugnat back in college. I've been out, and I just got back just as Luva arrived. A total coincidence. We went into our place together, and witnessed something surprising. What? Krugnat was sleeping with Rose. Of course he was. Holy mother of moly! I saw the look on Luva's face. The disbelief, anger, sadness. And even without thinking it, I punched Krugnat in the face. You what? I got into a fight with him. Oh, I haven't told you. Krugnat was a Brazilian jiu-jitsu tutor for kids. He was pretty good. Oh my. Yeah, I landed that one punch. And he beat me to a pulp. Easily. Luna begged me to stop fighting on her behalf. More like she begged Krugnark. Hey, I wasn't kidding. I lost. But I don't give up so easily. I was beaten pretty bad. So Luva took care of my injuries. We grew closer after that. And I don't even remember the exact date. But suddenly, that friendship turned into a relationship. That's one hell of a story. I know. Have you seen her by any chance? Yeah. Luva came a few days ago. How's she doing? She hasn't returned any of my calls or texts. Well, she's healthy, that's for sure. She got into an argument, though. With whom? Well, there was this male model. A model? I don't think she was that type of girl. To go out with a model. Oh, they weren't together. What were they arguing about? Well, we were talking about your relationship. Luva told us about the reason behind the fight. About your family stuff. And then this guy, Hyde, joined the conversation. What did he say? He didn't understand why Luva would insist on getting family approval. Considering, you know, what? You're willing to leave your own family. You would do that for her? Yes, I would. I'm sick and tired of my family. You gotta love, like, people in the background that they're not even in the conversation. You can tell the emotions they're going through, too. It's one of the real things I appreciate about this game. Why would you say that? Let me tell you about my family. Or, I should say, most elven families. They all think they're so high and mighty. If you're born an elf, there are certain unwritten rules you must follow. Reputation and appearance are everything. We must never, ever, make our family look bad. You can only befriend certain people. You must dress a certain way. You can only have certain jobs. Jobs that are deemed worthy and successful. Like being a doctor, a lawyer, a CEO. You know. Ever since I was a kid, I always wanted to be an artist. I love drawing and creating art. However, becoming an artist is not something elves would deem suitable. Unless you become the next Da Vinci. So, when I switched from a business major to an art major, my parents went crazy, screamed like they were on fire. They told me I would never be rich or successful. All because you chose an art degree? You want to know the worst part? They blamed Luva. What do you mean? They blamed her for my decision to pursue my passion for art. Yelled at how her kind is ruining the country. Accusing their religion of worshipping the Dark Lord. Accusing her of putting a spell on me and cursing the family. Whoa. I mean, come on, this is the 21st century. That's so not cool. I don't want to sound judgmental, that your family's racist. Tell me about it. Luva's the only person that can make me feel alive. She showed me how I can be free and pursue my dreams. I don't understand why Luva is so obsessed with the idea of reconciliation with my family. I just don't get it. I have no problem leaving my family, you know. I would happily leave them for the both of us. Well, Gala cut in. What about her? What about her and her family? You may be happy to leave your family, However, it may not be the same for her. Gala, do you have something to say? Perhaps you could give us a different perspective? Sorry, I didn't mean to eavesdrop. I just couldn't help overhearing your story. I assume that the person you're talking about is not an elf, correct? Yes. She's a succubus. I see. I'm a werewolf. For werewolves, the wolf pack is the most important thing. We put family before any other. We often have our own problems within the pack, but we won't abandon our family for anything. Perhaps that's also true for her and her family. Besides, if you want to leave your family for her, wouldn't that make your parents believe that all those bad stereotypes about succubi are true? I never thought of it that way before. Whether you like it or not, your actions will have an impact on her as well. And if you leave your family for her, that would put her in a difficult spot. She may feel responsible for your actions. There's nothing to feel bad about. I'm leaving my messy family to create a better one with her. It's easy for you to say now, but you don't know what the future holds. One day, circumstances may change. One day, one of you might regret your decisions. One day, you might use the I left my family for you card. We love each other. I'll be with her whatever the circumstances may be. You know, love is like a flame. It might burn fiercely at first, but over time it will die down if you don't maintain it. Maintaining it won't be easy. It'll be hard work, because life is full of storms, and marriage, it will not survive on love alone. Whoa, that's deep. We have each other, and that's enough for us. Tell me, do you have health insurance? What? I'm an elf. Why would I need health insurance? You'll need some. What for? Immortality is an elf privilege, but you'll lose it if your family disowns you. I've seen people go bankrupt because they fell ill or got seriously injured. Emptied their entire life savings for an $8 pill, because in this country they charge $200,000 for what the fuck? That's absurd. This America is fucked. Fucking charge $20,000 for an $8 pill. What the fuck? That's extortion. And if you decide to have children, they won't have the same privileges as you. There's a high probability they'll get bullied for being a half-breed. There are consequences. It shouldn't be taken lightly. Think about it. Anyway, I've got to go. I apologize for my intrusion. No, thank you for your insight. I've got to go too. Want to head out together? Sure. Thanks for the drink, Dark. And Freya. Bye. Excuse me. What? You made me lose two... You made me lose 2 customers in a minute. You made me lose 2 customers in a minute. Hey, that wasn't on me. You were leaving anyway. Are you going to write that in your book? It's a secret. If your book is based on this coffee shop, How can you present a story like theirs in a world where only humans are around? I'm not sure. Perhaps a hot drink will give you some inspiration. Sounds like a great idea. Oh, I don't make her usual? Okay. Well, that was that day. What's in the newspaper this time? Man, this universe, as fun as this game is, the world building in this game, in this America at the very least, is pretty fucked. In terms of, wow, this is depressing. Let's see. Who vows to stop major hospitals selling Fury sedatives illegally? Ah, yes, the World Health Organization. Are you telling me in this universe they're not scumbag villains? 2020. 10 reasons why you should go to whatever. Sports tournament in space might be only a few decades away. Trying to make a sports tournament in space. That would be awesome. I'm not gonna lie. Something like fucking Griffball. Only maybe without the explosions. Alright. Okay, Gaia. And Hyde. He really never changed. I know. But he was surprised, but this was surprisingly nice. Catching up with people from back then. Thank you for forcing me to do it. Don't mention it. Hey, Doc. I like to order again. The usual. Back to the experiment? Yes. I think the last one was the remedy. But there's no harm in checking some other combinations. Alright. You know what to do. Let's see what this one is. If you want me to try out some shit. Mint ginger tea. Try this. Thank you. Sorry, but this doesn't taste anything like what I asked for. Pardon me for the mistake. Never mind. What about you? As like I say, you asked me to experiment, I fucking experimented, bitch. What do you want from me? What about you, Mr. Hyde? Would you like to order anything else? I'm good for now. I can't help overhearing you both. Sounds like you two go way back. We do, I guess. He was my bodyguard. Oh? Didn't you meet here? Yeah, when this was a bar. What happened exactly? He was getting his ass kicked by a couple of dwarves. Those two bastards. It wasn't a pretty sight, so I intervened. Aren't vampires supposed to be, you know, tough? Just because I'm a vampire, it doesn't mean I know kung fu. Besides, I've had a couple of drinks. I could have taken them both if I was sober. A couple? Really? You were trashed, Hyde. You told them I was your bodyguard. Wait, were you not his bodyguard? Not at the time. We didn't even know each other. But because of that whole fiasco, we both got kicked out. And then this wasted vampire stuck to me. Like, well, you know, to a blanket. Obviously, he was too drunk to drive. So I hailed a cab. Turns out, he was also too drunk to tell the driver where he lived. And I was stuck with him until morning. Thanks for not leaving me on the street, Gala. Those dwarves could have killed me. Who were they? I'm not going to confirm or deny anything, but it's possible they may have had ties to the Mafia. And I might have lost some of their money on the stock market. A lot of their money. Yikes. They wanted me to launder their dirty money, so I decided to screw them over instead. Yeah, I overheard what they were talking about before the fight started. I knew Hyde was innocent, and that's why I helped him. He might be an annoying asshole, but he's not a thief. With a stroke of luck,
The universe sending me a guardian angel in my time of need. So the next morning, I offered them a job as my bodyguard for real.
After all the trouble you caused me the night before. After all the trouble you caused me the night before.
Hey, I took you to breakfast. Don't tell me that counted for nothing.
I have to say, it wasn't my proudest moment. I was broke. Breakfast was an offer I couldn't refuse. It was in the late 60s, mind you. It wasn't easy finding a job, especially for people like me. Oh, interesting. So that must have been their segregation times, huh?
Werewolves?
War veterans. Ah, I see. So did Vietnam happen in this timeline too? Is this timeline more or less the same timeline as just there's like monster creatures and shit? And maybe some additional conflicts that didn't happen in the timeline? Are you telling me you were in Nam, Gala? Damn, he Vietnam vet. Well, shit. Oh, wait, I forgot one thing. Hold on. So, how did you go from working as a bodyguard to working in the hospital, Gala?
Well, when he was working with me, I've noticed...
Hide. I prefer if we skip that part. Sorry, but I don't want to go into any of the details about it. Hey, sensitive topic, I understand completely. Shit happens sometimes with that. Fucking mucus in my throat. I hate it. Anyway, it's alright. Forgive me for asking. I don't mind telling you the quick and dirty version. Long story short, he helped me with something. Let's just say something from my past. Thanks to that help, I found a new purpose in life. Helping other people live. Of course, it's not easy for a veteran werewolf to become a nurse or a doctor. That's why I chose hospital admin instead. So you can say I owe this guy my life. Thanks to his stubborn persistence in helping me when I needed it. Thank you for sharing your story with me. I didn't expect such a tale from you.
I know. Anyway, Dark, I'd like to order something now.
What would you like?
Can you make a tea-based drink that's warm and cold at the same time?
Tea-based drink that's warm and cold at the same time, huh? Let's see what I can do. Warm and cold at the same time. Yeah, I got an idea. Warm and cold at the same time. I don't know if you want it equally or not. Ginger mint tea. We could try that. Here's your order.
Exactly what I wanted.
Now look at that. I was right.
By the way, it feels like this place is missing something today.
Yeah, I haven't seen her today. Speak of the devil? Aha!
Speak of the devil.
Hello, good people. And one vampire.
It's good to see you too,
Freya. By the way, we were just asking about you.
Oh, really? What about me? I was just surprised that you weren't here. Is that how you pick girls young enough to be your granddaughter? That won't work on me. I have no interest in flirting with you. I got high standards, you know. You? You look tired, Freya. Hard day at work? Oh, how can you tell? Call it werewolf senses. Right. I showed Dark my draft. I actually got some good feedback. That's good to hear. Glad I could help. So I spent the whole day rewriting stuff. I also did some stories for the paper. Overall, it was a pretty good day. That's good to hear. But please don't forget to take a break. It's easy to get carried away by work when you're on a roll. Will do, sir. And speaking of hospitals, how's your hospital admitting life going? That's not even a word, Freya. Actually, I'm not sure what you even do there. It's pretty boring to talk about. But mostly I handle operational stuff happening in the hospital. Like things like how much a specialist costs and how much it affects our income. Oh, and I forgot to do that. Forgot to post the thing. Anyway. I also deal with patients and their families. If they require intensive care, such as operations, I go through what we do and how much it'll cost them. Kinda like biz dev for people's lives, then? You can say that. Damn, sounds complicated and hard. That's why I'm suited for my job. Someone who gets very emotionally attached to patients would find this job very tough. We're heartless people like my friend here only see it from a business perspective. Good point. Why do people really talk about your kind of job? I guess most people don't really notice we exist, or think about the necessity of it. Exactly. It's an interesting job, yet no one talks about it. Maybe because most admins are just like me. We rarely talk about work outside the hospital. Why? For me, I just don't find any reason to. It's the patient's personal lives anyway. So that's professionalism and loyalty. He's laughing. You should keep hold of that mindset, especially here in front of this lady here. You. He needs to be a little less loyal, though. Hide. You've been doing this job for a while, right? Almost 50 years now. Whoa, I didn't know that. Wait. 50 years in the same position? Uh-huh. Holy... That's for a promotion, man! They keep offering me new positions. Mostly managerial. Take it! Not interested. Why? It's not something I want. Besides, as I told you before, I fit perfectly in this position. But the salary must be better if you take the promotion, right? Of course. But what I get at the moment is more than enough for me right now. And I still get raises while doing this job. I really can't figure you out. That's gala for you. Anyway, my shift's starting soon. It was nice catching up with the both of you. Are you going to stay, Hyde? Yeah, I'm still enjoying the vibes here. I'll see you in a few weeks, I guess. Yeah? Safe trip. See you around, Doc. And you, Freya. See ya. Take care on your way. You know, it's kinda hard to believe. Someone like Gala could be your best friend. We were just talking about that before you arrived. Oh, really? Man, I missed an interesting story. So, how did you guys meet? Seriously, I have to retell the whole story? Yes. Come on, you're not going anywhere, right? Huh. Alright, then. We met at this place back when there was a bar. Whoa! I never knew Gala used to be in the army. I mean, he's got the build to be on the front line. Still though, why did he make the jump from, how should I say this? This fucking crap in my throat. Give me a momento as I'm doing things here again. Looks overpowered. Okay. As I'm doing this thing quick. Okay, that's done. Alright. Back to this. A very physical job to medic? Well, he's not comfortable talking about it right now. But you know why, right? Are you trying to squeeze the story out of me? Obviously. He doesn't want to talk about it. That's him, not you. Seriously, Freya? Come on. I won't get into the details, but going to war, it messes with your head. I figured it was PTSD. Oh. You see why Gala doesn't want to talk about it, huh? I don't get it, but it must be difficult, especially back then. The only thing he was confident in was his strength. So he only did work that relied on his muscles. That wouldn't help him get over his trauma though, right? Of course not. But this was the only thing he could do. Or at least, it's the only thing he thought he could do. But you hired him for his muscle? I didn't know all that at the time. Besides, he was good at being a bodyguard. And we weren't that close yet. So, no personal feelings. I needed his strength. But then I got to be interested in him. Interested? I think he is a cool person. And that's all. And after a few months, I noticed his problem. I suggested we talk about it with someone, seek help, which he refused. No surprises there. But I kind of pushed him into doing it. How? It's complicated. Eventually, he did go to get professional help. Of course, I have no idea what happened in his therapy sessions, but in the end, he found a new purpose in his life. He quit working for me, and not long after that, he started working at the hospital. And he's been Oh, the spaceman is back! Ha ha! Spaceman! I was wondering when he was going to come back. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Good evening, everyone! Oh boy. Good evening. It's nice to see you again. We are also glad to see you, Barista. By the way, I didn't catch your name the last time you visited. Do you have a name? Name? Oh, we sure have. On Earth. Please call us now. Meet all the main characters. Okay. Well, I got that achievement. All the main characters have been met. Nell. Yes. Nell. Is that your real name? No, of course not. Due to the nature of our communication, we do not really need trivial things like names to interact. I got his profile data now. Blood sober for 10 years. Stock trader, entrepreneur, venture capitalist. Man, this guy always goes for the rich shit, huh? Just space. But from what we've learned here, it seems the name Nell has a lot of associations with Earthlings' efforts in intergalactic exploration. Ah, I get what you mean. I believe we did not meet the last time we were here. I saw you from afar when you left the coffee shop a few days ago. So hello, my name's Freya. You could say I'm a regular here. And you, sir? Hyde. You come here often? For someone that doesn't live in Seattle, yes. Oh, you are not from around here. Neither are we. Where do you come from? Far away. My far away? By far away, you mean a few thousand miles or more? More. Much more. More to the point that your strange calculation system means nothing. That sounds far away indeed. What are you doing here in Seattle? Do all of your kind dress like this? Oh, this? We chose this appearance based on an image we saw when we first arrived. Image? Ah! The Army juiced an album cover. No wonder you look so familiar. As for what we are doing, this place is really the perfect spot to practice our communication skills with Earthlings. But before that, please let us order something from the barista. What do you want to drink tonight? The usual. That is how you say it, yes? Yes. So, anything? Yes. We will not be able to taste any differences anyway. You really can't taste anything? Yes. What if I can brew a drink that makes you feel something? Interesting premise. But we doubt you will be able to do that. Challenge accepted. Please surprise us. Ha! I got oh, wow. Alright. A drink that will make Nell feel something. Huh. Let's see. I have to think about this. What day is it anyway? Let me see. Out of curiosity, try milk as a base for Milky Way mass attack. For Milky Way? How the fuck do you make a Milky Way? Also, hello there, mass attack. Wait, do I have that in the thing?
I do not. I don't really, I'm gonna say. How the fuck do you make a Milky Way? Are we going for sweet? That's cold. I don't think I tried this combination before. Let me see. Oh, well, shit. Look at that. Well, I figured it out, apparently. Let's see. I hope I got this right. Sweet and cool like outer space. Oh, damn. I immediately got all three. Oh, that's why. It's just blank. Let's see. I hope I got this right. Thank you. What the? Interesting. Before you ask, yes, that's how they drink. This... Oh, he's turning red. What is this? We have never been able to taste anything in our life. But this is a breakthrough. We have to report immediately. Done. Thank you so much. From all of our kind. You're one interesting person. Thank you. That was a compliment, yes? Normally, yes. But you can't be sure with Freya. That was definitely the highest form of compliment. What are you? What about you? What are you now? Us? We are travelers. Doing our job in the space you call Milky Way. What kind of job? We are tasked with the mission to spread our seeds. You really are here to find a date. All the way from a galaxy far, far away. Wow. Turns out pervs exist anywhere in the universe. Feeling attacked, old man? Not really. You have a valid point. We do not understand. But we are glad if we can make you laugh. Oh, the pleasure was mine. If I may ask, why'd you have to breed with us? We are sorry, but that is classified information. Aw, man. But we believe it is alright to share it with you tonight. Thanks to this eye-opening drink from the barista. I owe you the story. So, why? Everyone, including us, you, and everyone else, is tasked to keep the balance of the universe. But sometimes, it is hard to find some civilizations to maintain balance by themselves. Because unknown threats that are beyond each civilization's power can appear. And that is where we come in. I still don't see the relationship between that and impregnating us. Now you are quite dense, aren't you? Hey, you came here to give seeds. So a half-breed of your kind can be born on Earth? That is correct. The half-breed will be half human, half earthling, half whatever you are. Yes. Assuming that you have some powers that we cannot comprehend, you're trying to make sure Earth will have its own protector. That is 100% correct. Holy shit! You're trying to give us a superhero? Yes, that is what you people will call the protector. But why go through all the hassle? Sounds like a lot of work.
Why not just explain this to someone? I'm sure a lot of women wouldn't mind giving birth to a superhero. Sadly, it is not that simple. The future protector has to be someone that loves his planet more than anything. They have to be born out of love, which we have learned is a very complicated feeling on Earth. We have it easier back home due to the nature of our communication. We understand everyone deeply by default. So everyone on our planet loves each other from the moment they're born. That sounds beautiful. Sounds kind of hive-mindy. I don't know if I like that too much. And creepy. Why? Sounds like your planet is a giant spherical orgy. That was a badly chosen word, but it is roughly similar to the truth. Oh my. But if what you say is true, shouldn't we help them get laid with love? Guidance is all we need. Otherwise, we might be responsible for the birth of a super evil person instead. Well, how's the mission going so far? We cannot say it is going well. I'm not surprised. With how quirky and unique you are, not many women can handle that. Can you handle them, though? Me? Can you handle them? I don't know. What do you think? You're a pretty adventurous girl. I wouldn't be surprised if you decided to go on a date. Or maybe go further, if you got the good story. Did you happen to know any of the VAs from the new episode? Granted, I didn't look at your credits for the ones that I haven't heard before. Especially the ones that were, like, doing the extra stuff, but I mean, outside of the usual cast that I hear in some other videos, both that you make and what other people have made, not that I know of, and obviously not personally, at least as far as I know. Oh, you're not offended by that? Not in the slightest. You're wrong, though. I'll go on a date with them, but I don't like to sleep around. Really? To be honest, I didn't expect that. Yeah, I get that a lot. People often mistake me for someone who gets around a lot. Excuse me, miss. From what we gather, does that mean you'll be willing to breed with us in exchange for your stories? Oh, wow. No wonder your mission isn't going well. I don't mind going out with you for a drink or dinner, in exchange for stories, but I only sleep with someone I'm serious about. But our mission is serious. It's not that. You either have to be my boyfriend or my husband if you want to sleep with me. We have heard those terms before. Let us check them once again. This is very strange. According to what we found, many Earthlings mate with one person exclusively for their entire lives? Yes, that's called commitment. Such a strange concept. Then why, with such rules, do you face such overpopulation problems? Now that you mention it, we don't have enough control over ourselves. And those in charge also don't have enough control over us. Not to mention, some races live for a very, very long time. So even though there are rules about having kids, and they can be strictly enforced, a lot of people still break them. We know Earthlings boast about the concept of free will, but we thought your kind also loved the concept of restraint and taking care of the planet. At least, that was what we gathered from your information network. Theoretically, that should be the case. But Earthlings are pretty stupid. That is the easiest way to put it. We learned so much today. But we have another question for Miss Freya. Ask away. How can we become your husband? Even I laughed at that one, just for real. First of all, I was just going step by step. Most of the time, you start by dating. Boyfriends or girlfriends, you know? Before you ask about marriage. Oh, okay. So, can we become your boyfriend? You can start by asking whether she's already single. Understood. So, Miss Freya, are you single? Yes, I'm single. Do you want to be our girlfriend? Now, the path to start to date varies between people. But usually it takes some time before you want to commit yourself to someone. Wow. The breeding process of Earth is surely extremely complicated. It'd be easier if you're a smooth talker. Smooth talker? Someone good at communicating with others. That would be really challenging. That would be really challenging for us. Even after all that, making kids is still in a totally different league. Most women prefer if their single partners wear condoms. Condoms? It's something you wear to prevent pregnancy. Why would you do the mating ritual if you do not want to have offspring? Pleasure. All this information is too much to process in one evening. I think we're breaking him. I think we're breaking this guy. No, it's like, goddamn, humans are too fucking complicated. Can I mission abort, please? Jory raising eyebrows. Oh, this is so fucking funny. I love Nell. This guy's probably my favorite character. Hyde's pretty good too. I like how he is. But Nell's definitely probably my favorite right now. So, we talked about using condoms. But how do your kind have sex? Like, seeing how you drink. A condom might be something you can't use at all. That is true. How do you do it? We are pretty flexible with that, but we cannot tell you the details. Unless we agree to do the mating ritual. I don't want to imagine how it's done. Oh, you need not worry. We will not hurt anyone physically or mentally. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. Especially the mental part. We did our research. And we tried testing it on a test subject we made. It was proven. The mental capacity of Earthlings is far more complicated than anything else on Earth, sir. Oh, we did not know that. Being born on Earth sounds very difficult. Boy, you have no fucking idea sometimes. It is. I have to agree with that. Anyway, thank you very much for the information you have given us tonight. It means a lot for our mission. We have to report our findings to the base. How will you proceed with your mission with this newfound information? We are not sure yet. It is yet to be discussed, after all. It was really nice talking with all of you. You're welcome. We are off now. Bye. Take care of yourself on the way, sir. That was very fun. That was a very fun conversation. That was really something. Indeed. You said the first time they came here was for a date, right? Yeah, but the date never came. And then they mistook Miss Myrtle for their date. The game developer orc? Wow. I tried to think how that went. It was pretty awkward. But you can't be angry at such naivete. I guess so. By the way, has that young woman been back since I last spoken to her? You mean Miss Luva? Yeah, her. Oh, showing some concern now, are you? I'm just curious. No, I haven't seen her since then. But her boyfriend did come a few days ago. What do you mean a few days ago? He literally came yesterday. Freya, are you so overworked you can't tell how many days go by? And Freya was being pretty noisy, to the point that Mr. Gala joined the conversation. My. You really have a knack for starting trouble. Sadly, I have to agree with that. It isn't easy to make Gala join the random conversation, unless it really piques his interest, or it annoys him. I don't know how to react to that. Well, I need to catch a flight to Seoul tomorrow. So, you're going to Korea? So, I'm off for the day. Oh, you're leaving Seattle so soon? It was only for a week or so. It's only for a week or so. I'll be back here sooner than you know. Oh, well. It'll be a pretty peaceful week then. Anyway, I need to get going as well. Thank you for letting me stay without ordering anything. I did not even notice that. You really don't care about the business. She didn't order anything, but she attracts people to the coffee shop. That's one way to put it. Anyway, Freya, do you want to share a cab? Thanks, but I'm riding my bike. Alright then. See you around. You know, I've noticed it always fucking rains. Every fucking day. It's been raining for like a week straight, at least at night. Why can't the fucking moon just shine through? Because this is open at night, but anyway. Take care on your way out, folks. Folks? Okay. I did like that. I like fucking Nell. Oh my god, that was so fucking funny. Wednesday, the 30th of September. What's in the newspaper today? Protesters arise over government treatment of Atlantic immigrants. Man, no matter what the universe, there's always a migrant problem, huh? Dwarven-made cars face challenge against unexpected competitor. Mother Earth organization fights to save more trees. Now for the mayor of Seattle. Well, technically, Joltier, this is a different stream, but yes, I am on. Mother Earth government fights to save more trees. Oh, yay, we have those too. Now for mayor of Seattle. That would be fucking funny. Though I'm pretty sure one of his policies will be like once a week or something, just orgy. Alright, let me just save here just in case. Of course, because rip 70 bucks. 70 bucks is nothing in this economy. Is that a bad thing? Depends on who you ask. Welcome. Oh! Oh fuck. Oh god, he's got the bling. Oh no, it's a member of the MIB. Eat like a true American and end up fat. Not under Junior's directive, you won't be. Soon enough, anyway. Oh god, it's the Men in Black. He's got the memory eraser. Oh no, I didn't know they were in this universe. A fat now. I mean, that's just over-reliance on fast food and not enough working out. And I don't mean just lifting weights, I mean just exercising in general. And hard to get the proteins right. Yeah, that too. And also it doesn't help that we have literal poison in some of our foods. And the restaurants, they overfeed. Depends on the restaurant. Some overfeed you, some underfeed you, and charge you like $70 for something that's barely the size of my fucking thumbnail. Good evening, sir. Agents, that's all. Hello. I'm from the Federal Immigration Registration and Enforcement Division. Or FIRE for short. FIRE? How may I help you? We heard reports of alien sightings in this area. We take the issue of illegal interstellar immigration seriously. Wow, we have fucking space ice. Love those gifs on the bottom. Oh yeah, I found them. The guy was like, these are free, feel free to use them. I'm like, yes, and it's Azure Lane. Double yes. Especially because one's my wife. One of my wives, anyway. Have you seen any creatures you would consider to be alien in nature? I don't think so. But what would I be looking for? What's the alien look like? We're not 100% sure. But according to some eyewitnesses, it's wearing a spacesuit or something similar. This is Coffee Talk. It's basically it's a visual novel, essentially. And you occasionally make different blends of coffee and or tea and or whatever the fuck else they throw at you. But it's like imagine our timeline, only elves and dwarves and vampires and werewolves. I don't know if I already said that. And like any other mythical race you can imagine lives and is like among us. And it's like they're perfectly integrated, like they've been there from the start. And it, like I said, it's like a similar timeline to ours. Like apparently they had Vietnam. It's just there was werewolves and shit fighting in the fucking war. You get to hear their sob story. I mean, when you're like a barista, you're like the poor person's fucking therapist that doesn't want to go get alcohol. I get what you mean. Yeah. So yeah, sometimes I overhear like sob stories, other times I hear cool stories and shit. You just missed the fucking space alien we had who's trying to breed. I mean, it's amusing. I mean, you got all the main characters here too. Freya's a journalist. She's a regular. She comes by all the time and bugs the shit out of you. You got a policeman who comes in here. You got the werewolf who works at a hospital. You got a succubus who is dating an elf. And they're having problems because the succubus family doesn't want her dating an elf. And the elf family is super fucking racist. Male, female, genderless. And then the elf boy is willing to leave his family. And apparently in this universe, if an elven family disowns you, you lose your immortality. To which I'm like, interesting concept, bro. But I don't think it should work that way. And then they're trying to, it's a story you're following. They're trying to figure out what they're doing. Dating a comic dubber. Sounds fun. Oh, yeah. Then you got the vampire who's a supermodel, and I like him. To listen to. Oh, yeah, it's all these different stories and shit that come together. You got an orc who is a program developer. Apparently, she's made the equivalent of Full Metal Panic in this universe. Orcs apparently in this universe, when they decide not to be smash things, decide to use brain and they become super smart. It's just like, holy shit, if you give orcs a chance, they could be fucking awesome. Then we have a Neko girl
And apparently, at the very least, Neko girls have the ability to transform into literal cats. So now I'm like, oh god. Now you don't know if the cat you see running around is an actual cat or if it's a Neko girl. And then I'm like, is that the same with dog people or any other animal? Do we have, like, humanistic people like that? Could smash. Orc girl make good games with mini trades. There you go. And she's like an idol. So I'm like Neko girl idol who's like barely fucking legal. And her dad. Her dad came by too. And it's like, I want to be idol, follow my dreams. Dad's like, I was in the music industry before and he's being a little overprotective, but at least it comes from experience. Like, I don't want these people to take advantage of my daughter. I don't want her to get hurt. I'm like, I understand that concept, but you're also being overprotective. So there's that. And then, like I said, there's the space alien, and he's fucking great. I love Nell. And then there's Aqua, who I find adorable. And she's apparently a mermaid, and apparently mermaids in this universe also have octo tentacles. Though I guess that makes sense. They have to walk around the land somehow. And she's apparently a research and developer person. And she and the orc girl are now, through your coffee shop here, got together, and they're kind of collabing on the game stuff. So yeah. Sounds fun. Oh yeah. So I'm like, it's an interesting thing. Apparently there's even more to this too. Apparently there's an episode 2. It's like a different game. She literally described herself as a mermaid. Last time I fucking... Yep, see, mermaid from Atlantis. Atlantis is real, by the way! She's an introvert, though, so she's kind of adorable how she acts to me. I'm just like, oh, look at her. She's cute. So... It's an interesting bit, because again, it's like all these separate stories, and it's interesting when certain people meet certain people and the stories like cross over and stuff. I appreciate this. I appreciate it. Castlevania, which one? Are you talking about the show? Are you talking about the show, the Netflix one? Yeah, I finished it. Alucard and fucking Belmont's relationship is one of the fucking greatest relationships I've seen in an anime. Their fucking bromance shit as they fucking curse each other out. Is it good? The original bit, yes. The one that takes place during like the French Revolution, that one's still eh. Like, because it's, like, two different things. There's the one that, like, takes place during the Dark Ages. Where you have Belmont, I forgot his first name, and Alucard fighting, journeying together to defeat Lucifer. That one's good. That one's very good. The later one with the French Revolution, that one is meh. It's not technically done yet. They only finished the first part of that. But I'm just like, meh. It's gory. That's the majority of Netflix animes that are made through Netflix. The same studio that made that is the same studio that made the that one story related to the Olympus shit. I'm waiting for the next season of that because Typhon comes into play, and I'm like, oh shit, the guy who basically beat the shit out of Zeus is now back. Son of Zeus, yes, that one. I can't think of the fucking name, but yeah. Plus, I appreciate shows that aren't afraid to get gory, because I'm like, yes. Devilman on there too, but Devilman, I have no idea. That was really gory too. That Devilman was a real different one. I don't know. I don't think I saw it actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Anyway. That's pretty eye-catching outfit. You think an illegal alien would try to blend in better, right? I love the irony of this. we have ice, and then space ice is called fire. So we have ice that deals with the illegals on Earth, and then fire that deals with the illegals coming from space. Not necessarily. There's a certain animation that is, like, animated by Netflix that you can tell. Other ones, I don't know. But it's a certain art style that you recognize that you're just like, yep. That's it. Yeah, I know, right? To avoid attention, you know. That's a very good point. In fact, there might be a solid possibility that we have been running around after false testimonies. They are superior creatures, after all. Thank you for the help. If you see any suspicious activities, please contact us through our website. Will do, sir. You don't want to drink anything before leaving? We're good. It could be that they had, like, a particular deal with Netflix and they're, like, streaming through Netflix or something. Like I say, it's all semantical shit. You really need to look into it. I just know there's one particular animation style that I know for a fact is animated by Netflix. And that's like the studio that did Castlevania and shit. But yeah, that's usually how the shit goes. Take care on your way. Well, I have saved Nell from being deported. by fire. Phew. You really need to be more careful, Nell. Huh? Oh, it's Aqua! And the orc is here! As I said, Aqua's cute. I like her. Okay, let me remind myself what voices I use for these two. Good evening, Dark. Yo. Hello, Miss Aqua, Miss Myrtle. Have you both been somewhere together? We planned to meet here, Aqua, best girl. It's just a coincidence we arrived at the same time. Would you like to order anything? Do you want to order first? Nah, you go first. Okay. Can I have a cup of green tea with a lot of mint? Green tea with a lot of mint. Okay. Let's see what the fuck this makes. This sounds like the name of a dragon. Maraket. Your drink's ready. Oh, this looks really fresh. I call this Maraket, inspired by its origin. Maraket in Morocco? She's so fucking knowledgeable anyway. What the hell is this? Oh, it's just from Morocco. Okay. I heard that people there really love tea. Let's give this a try then. I also heard that people there really like piracy. At least back in the day, before we sent the Marines down. Along with all those fucking mercenaries.
Oh my. It's warm, but very refreshing. No wonder Morocco is so associated with tea. How about you, Miss Myrtle? Do you want to order right away? Sure. I'll have Tiktarik. Tiktarik? What the fuck is that? What the fuck is Tiktarik? Well, I don't know what that is. Tiktarik. I gotta look that up. What the fuck that is? I've never even heard about that shit. Tea and milk. Okay. But I still want to see this. Alright, what the hell is this? Popular hot milk tea beverage commonly found in restaurants in southern East Asian countries such as Indonesia, Singapore, Thailand, Brunei, and Malaysia. Okay, so it's a southern Eastern Asian thing. Okay. Man, we have international shit here. That looks like a more purple chocolate milk to me. Here's your Tiktarik. Tiktarico. Let me get that out the way. From Malaysia, it says. Okay. And what information have we found about the orc girl this time? Favorite things, me time. As I stated before, working on Full Metal Conflict. Huh? Is there anything wrong? No. It's better than I thought it would be, actually. The taste is really authentic. Just like the Tiktarik you get in Southeast Asia. Thank you for the compliment. I'm fucking magical like that. Where did you learn to make it? I traveled around Southeast Asia a few years ago. So you learned about it in Malaysia? Yes, and from the videos on the internet. So, how are things going in the office? As usual. Tiring. But thanks to you and your team, we made some good progress with the problem we've been stuck on for a while. Glad I can be of help. It's not every day your research can have an impact as direct as this. Only a few weeks after publication, no less. The thing is, even with your help, we still need to do a ridiculous amount of overtime. The crap in my throat again. To make sure the game will be available for the holiday season. Thanksgiving, Christmas, which holiday are you talking about? Oh, I want to say please don't forget to rest. I'm sure it won't be that easy for you and the team. Ha! As if those executives care about us. Overtime is not mandatory, they say. Please see your family, get some rest. But we all know that optional overtime is a passive-aggressive move. We'll stay longer in the office anyway. Because if you go home earlier than the others, you'll feel bad for them. You'll feel guilty. I understand that so much. I hate to admit it. But yeah, it's guilt. I wish I could help you. Or at least say something to boost your morale. Sadly, I'm not the right person to give you advice about that. For guilt is something that bothers me a lot. Even for things I shouldn't feel guilty about. And you know what makes it worse? I know the state of the industry. But it still saddens me to realize that my favorite series was born of such sacrifice.
This is fucking awkward.
I'm sorry I ruined the mood for everyone.
Don't worry about it, Aqua. It's not that bad off, you know. At least the company gives us decent compensation. Healthcare, bonuses, and so on. Well, at least they ain't like bloodsuckers. We're already used to this. So, don't you worry about me, okay?
Getting used to unhealthy working conditions should be a norm. Tell that the majority of the fucking Americans that work.
Hey, cheer up. Remember, your research helped us out a lot. Thanks to you, the rest of the development is going to be much easier. How's your game doing, by the way?
Actually, I have some good news about it.
What's that?
The game got approved to be showcased at Max West this year.
That's really good news! Congrats!
Thank you.
So, what's the problem then?
I never confirmed my attendance to the organizer. I mean, I haven't.
Why? Confirm it. Fast. Before they give your spot to another indie.
I'm just not sure about it.
What's stopping you? Cost?
The booth is free for indies.
That's good then. And the event's even in Seattle. You don't need to spend anything on travel or accommodation. It's a golden ticket!
But I'm not that confident.
You passed the selection process, right? That should be enough validation to reassure you of the game's quality. If I'm not mistaken, the judges are usually prolific people in the industry. And also senior journalists.
I know. But I told you about my game, right? It's pretty non-traditional.
All the more reason for you to accept the ticket. Fucking goddamn it, Aqua. You do something different from the norm and you catch the eyes of the right people, you'll fucking make it big. What's stopping you, girl?
And thousands of people will be visiting Max. Expecting Full Metal Conflict and other bigger games.
Every game has its own market, you know. And you'll be in the indie area. People know what to expect there. Gamers aren't stupid. Most, anyway.
But what if some haters visit the booth? What if they don't like my game and say bad things about it? Or about me?
It's not gonna happen. It's an expo, not the internet. People are way nicer in real life. That's a fucking lie. Well, actually, yes and no, but that statement doesn't hold true all the time.
Even after all that, I'll still be there by myself for the whole event.
That one is a problem, yeah.
Meeting that many people is already scary enough. Doing it for 4 days straight? Showing my baby to the public? Just can't imagine the horror.
Not at all. Hey, I work at a resort, so I think I got a good stay about that is. Now, it's not everyone. People are... It's a mixed breed, as always, but yeah, not universally people are nicer in real life. Not in the slightest. Most people, maybe, but some are just dicks no matter where they are. You know what?
Huh?
So far, my schedule's pretty empty around then. If things stay the way this way until Max, I'll come with you.
Huh? No, you don't have to do that. Even if you're free, then you shouldn't waste your time on me. Relax or something.
Nah, it's no bother. I'll be going to the event anyway. Might as well come with an exhibitor. Exhibitor? Really? Okay, exhibitioner badge.
What about your company's booth?
Don't worry about it. There are hundreds of us. I can just ask my lead to skip this year.
But...
I'm coming with you! Whether you like it or not.
Okay.
Good. Now, what are you going to show the game on?
I have a laptop and a smartphone.
Is it Expo build ready?
Expo build?
You're not planning to showcase the full version, right?
That's the plan.
Don't. I'll give you the guidelines on what you have to do for the Expo build. Do you have the game with you now?
It's on my phone. I could send you the build now if you want.
Do it.
Okay.
Got it. Now, let's see. Now, who is it this time? Is it Freya? No, oh, it's the idol! It's the cat girl! It's been a while.
Hello, Miss Rachel. Hi, Dark.
What's wrong?
Huh? Nothing. I just been practicing all day, and I'm pretty tired.
Are you having a concert soon?
Don't tell anyone yet, but it'll be announced tomorrow. I'm going to perform at Coachella next week.
They're still adding new performers?
Yeah. You might say that those announced this late are backups.
Oh. But it's still the biggest festival in the country.
Yes. And I'm excited for it. I think I should celebrate with a special drink. Something sweet.
What do you want to order?
A sweet hot chocolate.
So, chocolate, and milk, and... I don't know, chocolate or more milk? Because this is all I know how to make hot chocolate. You just fucking chocolate and milk and you fucking burn the shit. Let me see if they're gonna be semantical bullshit, because I feel like it's always three. Chocolate and honey. Oh, it's honey? Okay. You know what? I want to see what happens if I do it in this order. Chocolate, milk, and honey. Milk, honey, chocolate. Now let me see if I do it the other way, because I know this thing is a fucking bitch about it. Cocoa bean Morocco. What the fuck is that? I have never heard of that before. I mean, it is what you want. It is sweet, it is chocolate, it is milk. It's just throwing me off because they're saying it's not hot chocolate. You know what? You're gonna fucking get it. It actually comes in. Sweet, nourishing, healthy chocolate. Is that how they say it now? And what do we get from Miss Idol Girl? Working on new album, yes. Oh yeah, I noticed she changed the profile pic, actually. That's a thing. Interesting. Because it was that group photo before. Okay, so the profile pics can change. Oh yeah, Freya's did too. I didn't fucking notice that. That's neat. Here's your drink.
Oh, it looks very pretty. And it's warm and sweet. I love it.
Please don't hesitate to call me if you need anything else. She's more independent.
Thanks.
I know she went indie with her idol shit. Other than the instructions on the loading screen, try putting a time limit on how long they can play.
Why? Wouldn't that break their immersion?
Probably. But in case there's a good reaction to it, you might have people lining up to play your game. Don't want to make them wait too long.
That makes sense.
If you don't want to put a time limit on it, try ending the demo with a cliffhanger. That should get people's attention.
Noted.
And who else pops up? Oh shit! Okay, Rachel's dad's here.
Dad? What are you doing here? After what you did at the studio this evening.
I was worried I couldn't find you anywhere around the studio. So I thought you'd be here.
And now you're causing another ruckus.
Hey, you're the one fucking yelling, to be fair. We're sorry, Doc. We didn't mean to cause you any problems.
You are sorry. I don't have anything to be sorry for.
Well, anyway, I better order something.
What are you having?
What would you recommend?
Might I suggest a cup of Spanish Sahara?
Oh, what is that?
It's basically hot chocolate with milk and ginger.
Sounds delicious. I'll take a Spanish Sahara.
So, chocolate milk with ginger.
This is what you told me it is. It better be the thing. There it is. Okay.
Your drink is ready, sir.
My. This is amazing.
Glad you liked it. Dad.
Also, hold on one second. I want to see what's different with Henry here. Music enthusiast and father. Family and music. Trying to be a better father while running a record store. Oh, he runs a record store. It must be an interesting profession. Going out of style, though, but must be an interesting profession. Lots of the retro shit. But then again, he does have a flip phone, so he must be very old-styled.
Yes? Please just go home after you finish your drink.
Not until you leave that good-for-nothing pervert!
I need him. He's going to help me become more successful.
I know, Morris! He's not a good person!
The industry has changed, Dad. It's not like 20 years ago. Besides, since you left, he's been growing his brand, making his name. Managing a lot of stars so they become superstars.
I still have my informants in the industry. He hasn't changed much. And even if he has, it wasn't for the better.
You're just being paranoid. First, you were afraid of how my fans would treat me. Now you're afraid of the industry too. What's next? You lock me in the house because you're afraid of the air I'm breathing?
You're just too young to understand!
Then make me understand. Because this definitely is not helping. There are better ways. Didn't you learn anything from Mom? You were together for almost 15 years. But you learned nothing. Not even how to talk to your own daughter. Rachel, sorry, but I'm trying, okay? Try harder! Because right now, you're not helping anyone! Not me, not you, no one! I know, yeah, to me, it's coming off as you're the fucking problem, to be honest. Yeah, he's being overprotective, but you're overreacting, too. Granted, this has been going on for a while, so I understand this shit happens, but... okay. But give me a chance. You know what? It will take time for me to learn, but I am learning. Or, you know, I could return to the industry. I could try to be your manager. Dad, are you out of your mind? You've been out of touch for so long. I told you, I have informants there. I'm not that out of touch. Of course, there are things I need to try to figure out. But It doesn't work that way, Dad. You know what? You know that going from a girl band to a solo career won't be easy. If I take things slow, I'll lose all my momentum. If you don't want me to be your manager, can you at least choose someone other than Morris? I don't think so. Mr. Lesser is at the height of his career now. Might be my best chance right now. Don't be too paranoid, okay? I made my decision. Now please go home. Relax. Don't ever come to the studio again. I'm going back there. We need to practice for the festival. It's only a few days away. And it's a big chance to boost my presence as a solo artist. When are you going to be home? I don't know. I'll be staying at the hotel the label provided. But that's... See you, Dad. Wait, Rachel! Excuse me for a moment, Doc. I'm sorry about what just happened. You don't have to apologize. Yeah, we were busy minding our own business anyway. What? You didn't hear their argument, Myrtle? Of course I heard them. I just chose to ignore most of it. It's none of my business, is it? That's amazing. What's so amazing about that? I don't think I could do that. Dividing and focusing my attention so completely. Especially when there's an argument like that. Are you saying you weren't listening to my advice and just focusing on them instead? No, I was listening. I made notes. See? You didn't even realize. But you're capable of focusing your attention. Now that you mention it, it just happens naturally, I guess. Being born into a big family is useful after all. Yeah. Sometimes we don't even realize what we're capable of doing. Ain't that the truth? By the way, you want to head back now? Yeah, it's pretty late. Yo, Doc, we're leaving. Hope you had a good time. Thank you for the drinks, as usual. Please take care on your way home. That was the first time I had had multiple groups, and their conversations didn't fuse together. I guess that's all for tonight. Someone else came by. You're back, Mr. Henry. Are you alright, sir? Sir? Oh. Yes. Please don't worry about me. Did you manage to catch up with Miss Rachel? No. I lost her. Sorry to hear that. But I'm sure she's alright. I hope you're right. By the way, pardon me for asking. Yes? Throughout your arguments with Miss Rachel, something kept bugging me. What's that? Why did you leave the music industry? Now that's a trip down memory lane. You don't have to tell me if it makes you uncomfortable. Oh no, it's fine. I left around 20 years ago, just as we were welcoming the beginning of the new millennium. It was a great time for girl bands, you know. They were huge in the 90s. They're still... excuse me. And they were still enjoying the leftover sensation of the past decade. I met my wife while working. She worked for a record label. That's how we met. I decided to get married and settle down. I wanted a peaceful life. You didn't find peace managing girl bands? Oh gosh, no. The politics, the dark side of the industry, none of it's any good. But what hit me the hardest was the fans. Toxic fans are the worst. Yeah? In any industry, toxic fans are the worst. The teenage girls especially. They were crazy about their idols. Yep, God complex worship bullshit. To the point where they started doing really unimaginable stuff. Like what? Spending all their money trying to copy the superstar lifestyle, abandoning their responsibilities, their families, and the men. They were even worse. They sexualized the girls in every way you could possibly imagine. Edited photos, stalking, outright sexual assault. It was before the internet, mind you. I mean, the internet existed, but it was dial-up and it was not like how it was as today. But it wasn't as mainstream as it is now. The man has been through the shit before the age of the internet. I wasn't even the target of the abuse, but it haunted me. It was everywhere. Don't talk to me about peace. I couldn't sleep back then. Not getting enough sleep is dangerous for cats. What are you doing for a living now? After we got married, my wife and I opened a record store. It's not big, but we have a very specific audience. We're niche, but they love us for it. It's more than enough for our little family. You said you're still in touch with your friends in the music industry. They visit my place from time to time. And we all meet up at least once a year. Usually, it's at my place. Gosh, look at the time. I should go home too. Are you going to be alright by yourself? Don't worry about me. I'm an old cat, but stronger than most people think. See you later, Doc. And sorry for bringing our fight to your place. Don't worry about it. We've experienced much worse lore-wise. Alright then. Goodbye. Alright, well that was an interesting day. I think we'll roughly call it a day for now, but first let's read what's on the paper. Thursday, the 1st of October. Let's see. Rachel Florencia confirmed to perform at this concert thing. Gail Namad and Meraki Harukami to collaborate for a new IP. Sorelli organizers remind parents not to allow their children to attend unsupervised. You might have your kid eaten by a werewolf. That's fucking brilliant. Don't leave your children unattended. They may or may not be attacked by a werewolf. And or zombies, because apparently there's a zombie virus in this universe too. Actually, let's see who it is first.
Oh, someone came up. I wonder if it's going to be Freya, because she hasn't popped up in a little bit. But first, let's save. Alright. Interesting. We got, what, 3 days over, I think? Since the last time? I do like this game, though. This game is fun. Definitely continuing it next week. Speaking of which, I should probably see if my schedule got released or not. Let's see if I have the email now or not. As I'm looking around and waiting on this stuff. Let's see. Yep, okay. Not too long ago, too. Alright, let's see. What schedule do we have for the next week for my work? Is it going to be comparable to what I am doing now, or is it going to be different? Numbers aren't too bad for the transition into February. Right, February is going to start next week, technically. It looks like I have the same schedule. Alright, so we'll definitely be continuing Coffee Top next week, exactly. Okay. Weekends, I expect. Thursdays are a night shift. Whatever. That's the new schedule, that's the new schedule. Okay, that said, it's about 5 o'clock now. Glad I found you today. I'll be back next week. Hey, no, thanks for stopping by, Mass Attack. Yep, you're welcome to stop by next week as I will be working on this, though I do intend to stream later again today, after I eat dinner. It'll be for MS Saga, which is like the old Gundam RPG game. That is the plan anyway. We'll see if that comes true. But yeah, do a bunch of crazy different games and stuff. All types. Just basically just playing my absurd horde of video games I have bought over the decades. Being like, I should probably play some of these. Nah, man, it's like 2 a.m. for me. Oh, okay, well. On that side of the world, I do stream in the mornings, too. That's more for the gacha stuff, for the most part. Alright, well, in your case, I'll maybe, well, if I don't see you next week, I do intend to stream on Friday. That'll be more Fate Go, though. I intend to work more on the Lost Belt 7 story. And then I think I'll also do Assassin's Creed, but that's Twitch specific because Xbox. That's the plan anyway. We'll see what the fuck happens. Because the universe be the universe. Anyway, this has been fun. I like Nell. Nell is fucking great. And you have a good night too, Mass Effect. On your side of the world. Alright, people. So that's going to be it for me for now. Thanks for stopping by, at least saying hello. I do appreciate it. And a few hours after dinner, I intend to be on again, working on more MS Saga. We'll see how things go. And, yeah. So, have a good morning, evening, afternoon, whatever goddamn time zone you guys are in. And we'll see you all again next time, whenever the hell I stream. So bye-bye. Have a wonderful time. We'll see you later.